Happy Friday.
Oh my gosh. Long week.
So a lot of people are saying like, oh man, this feels like the longest week. Personally, I don't get it. So I'm like the odd person because literally everyone is saying that it feels that way.
Did you think it was short?
I mean, I did feel it was short, but right now I feel like it's long. Maybe from just hearing everyone say it so much. How's it going, Bill? But yeah, I mean, my week is definitely not over. How's it going, Diane? Happy Friday, everyone. It's Friday. Yay. My second favorite day. First favorite day is Thursday. So what is everyone up to? What are you guys doing? Are you working? Are you taking the day off?
Do you guys have plans for the weekend?
How's it going, Daniela? How's Boston? Are you still in Boston? What did you do out there? Let us know so we could live vicariously through you.
See? Longest short week ever.
Everyone.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, does anyone feel that it was a short week? Everyone seems to feel like it was extremely long.
Hi, Bethany. Hello, Alex.
How's everyone doing? It's Friday. Yes.
I think I know why it feels long, because you're squeezing all the stuff you have to do into 4 days instead of 5. Maybe.
Yeah, so we have like extra work and we have to get it done in 4 days instead of 5. That definitely could be it. Especially like if you don't get a break, I could see that, making it feel like this week is taking forever. Bill said that he spent 2 hours today volunteering in downtown Spokane, spreading kindness.
Aww.
That's awesome. You and Tori are like perfect for that. And then Diane says, I got a long nap this evening. Seemed like I was on Zoom all week. Oh gosh. Those darn meetings, right? They are never ending. And those actually take away a lot of time from productivity.
Well, and also honestly, you kind of have to be on camera and you have to smile all the time and pretend you're paying attention.
Pretend? Oh my gosh. Bill said, give peeps some gift cards for wearing masks and social distancing. That is so fantastic. I know we're in that weird stage now where, you're starting to feel comfortable around people, maybe not wearing masks or getting a little close. We did it too with our close friends and families, but then we see a video or something or someone we know that gets sick with COVID and then it freaks us out, so we back off. So this is it's like a roller coaster kind of thing. Daniela says, I got home a little while ago. Such a nice day. We went to the north and with is the Italian section. Oh, good to know. So Michelle and I have never been to Boston, but we want to go. It's on our bucket list. And when we go, we're going to hit up Daniela. And Diane said, not really meetings. I do statewide professional development. So I was delivering training this week and conducting the meetings. Oh, that's really cool. How's it going, Nikki? Happy Friday to you.
Hi, Nikki.
So today is actually Fun Facts Friday. And so, yes, and so we're actually going to be sharing about on-demand side hustles. So all of us, we are resellers. And the thing about reselling is that it does take a little bit of a learning curve, would you say? I mean, yes, you can certainly pick something up today and as a total newbie sell it tomorrow for a good profit. But then it's where do you go from there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? You kind of have to learn the game, and a little over 2 years in. Mm-hmm. Is it 2 years? Mm-hmm. Wait, no,
October.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, it's a year, a little over a year and a half. We're still learning. We're still trying to figure it out. And anyway, so how to get some extra cash, doing a side hustle that is in demand now. And so that's going to be the topic today. How's it going, Brooke? Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday to Lizette.
Hi, Lizette.
How are ya? And Daniela says, I can't wait for you guys to come. Thank you so much. Yes.
Aww.
Hopefully it will be soon. Crossing our fingers. So the first one we're going to talk about, everyone's familiar with Postmates, but we want to do a quick little recap of okay, what is the company? When did it start? And how much money are you going to make, right? Let's get to it. So Postmates was founded in 2011 in San Francisco. It's currently available in more than 450 U.S. cities and Mexico City. It's an easy and reliable way to get food and, maybe merchandise to people, right? And in the picture you see here, they're large tricycle bicycles with little holders
Yeah.
that can carry hot food in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We actually order from Postmates, so we use their service, but we've never been a driver.
Awesome. So it says that Lizette delivers for them too, so you can let us know if we got any of the information wrong that we're stating, right? Correct us if we got some of this wrong. So first of all, you have to be 18 years or older, and you must be eligible to work in the United States. You have to have access to a vehicle, but it can also be like a bike or a scooter. In some markets, it's fine if you just walk, right? So
Like New York.
yeah, I would think, right? You do have to pass a background check, and you do have to own a smartphone like an iPhone or an Android. So anything else you want to add to that?
Nope. So according to Indeed, so I think it's a little bit difficult to research on how much a Postmate person would actually make, but according to Indeed, which is a pretty legit site, they say the Postmate drivers earn $24.98 per hour. So it's actually 55% above the national average. What do you guys think?
Yeah, but I mean, it is definitely, I mean, when you get an average, especially US average, it's crazy. It just really varies by a lot, because if you live in an expensive city like San Francisco versus, a town in the Midwest, I'm sure your average varies, right?
Yeah.
So that is a national average that we got. And we do have a question. We're going to pop that one up. And the question, it's a really good question. And Bill is asking, did you two ever think about side hustles like this?
Yes. I actually was an Uber driver before. So I did it for fun because like on weekends I had nothing to do and I live close to Disneyland. So, I thought, hey, it might be fun to drive people around. So I met a lot of tourists and that was really fun. I liked it. But now we don't have time.
Yeah, you definitely did it just like a couple times, right?
Yeah.
But Michelle is an extrovert. I think on the camera sometimes she's a little shy, but she's an extrovert in real life. And she loves chatting it up with like random strangers all the time.
You gotta X that.
Okay, so that's a good question. What about you guys? Has anyone or is anyone currently doing any side hustle? And like, if you are, what do you recommend? What do you recommend in your neck of the woods? I think
We have some comments. Let's go through.
Yeah, we're gonna go through the comments.
All right, so let's see. Ooh, we have a lot of comments. Let's see. Lizette says, I deliver for Instacart, DoorDash, Point Pickup, Uber Eats as well. That's why I'm always tired. Oh, wow.
Wow.
So you're actually on all the apps. So when someone orders, you just go? Is that how it works?
So we're actually going to be talking about all of these right now today. And so again, Lizette, if you have some like golden nuggets that you want to include in what we're saying or like correct any misinformation, please do so. Bill said, nice, Michelle. Yikes, kind of scary. Yeah, definitely. I don't think she was going at night.
I
can be
did
a little
have
scary.
drunk people before. I had a group of drunk people, but thankfully it was a group, not, I don't know. I mean, it was okay because I was like in the safe area.
Yeah, and like she did complain about that, to be honest, and I think that was the last time she did it. Nikki says she was driving for DoorDash. How did that go for you? And good evening, Sandra. How you doing? How's it going, Mariana? Happy Friday to everyone. So, okay, so a couple more things about Postmates, and we're going to go to the next one.
This is how you get paid. So they basically look, they calculate the time you spend on each pickup, drop off, and they have a per minute rate for people who work for Postmate, and per mile rate. You also get bonuses and tips.
So in other words, like if it takes you time like to wait for the food to be ready, you're going to get paid by the minute while you are waiting.
Well, from pickup. When it's ready to pick up, they start counting.
Yeah, but then, it says includes the wait time while at the pickup location, to be very clear. How's it going, Manny? Happy Friday to you. How's everyone doing? What are your plans for the weekend? All right, so let's move on to the next one here.
DoorDash.
Let's see here. I did want to touch on a couple of the comments. Glow,
Nikki.
Nikki said, I tried Uber and Lyft, but got confused with the shared riding. Interesting. Definitely when I was working in downtown Los Angeles, I always looked for the shared riding because it was cheaper. So, and when we travel, we try to use the shared riding because you do save some money on that. Bill says, we haven't used any of those apps. I cook almost every meal we eat. Sorry, all delivery people. What? Wow. So lucky Tori.
Lucky Tori. And
Wow.
how about this, Bill? You open a little restaurant and people can pick up food from you. And you can,
Oh, hey.
you can. That's another side hustle.
When you cook dinner for yourself, just multiply it by 10. Do takeout. Nikki says that DoorDash was good. Might need to try it out again. Awesome. All right. So, yes. And then Bill said, well, Lizette said that is healthier when you cook at home, which is true. 100%. And then Sandra said, OMG, I've done Lyft, Uber, Postmates, and DoorDash.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so everything we're talking about today except for add Instacart to that. And Sandra said DoorDash was the best. Horrible stories for Lyft and Uber. I've heard really good things about DoorDash from a lot of people.
Even the research we did, this DoorDash is supposedly the best. So DoorDash was founded in 2013. It's an on-demand prepared food delivery service. And it was actually founded by Stanford students. So a bunch of students just created DoorDash. That's crazy. In order to be a DoorDash driver, you have to
They're
be...
lucky students. Sorry.
You have to be 18 years and older. You have to have a vehicle, driver's license, insurance. You have to have a smartphone, and you have to complete an orientation. So this requires a little bit more training, but I wouldn't, I think it's good for the customer if you have more training, right?
100%. It's always better for the customer and for you, I think, if you have more training. So I like that. That's very smart.
And
Stanford students.
Yeah, and the cool thing is you're going to know how much you're going to make for each before you accept an order, which is really nice too, because like if people don't tip or anything, or they have like a tiny order and you don't want to take it, you don't have to. So the rates are subject to the city in which you are based in. For example, in New York, you are guaranteed to make at least $15 per delivery and an additional $25 if you have to deliver to another borough. For Chicago, though, you're promised to make at least $8 a delivery. So it depends on where you live for sure. And the average rate would be $15 to $25 per hour. So if you work 5 or 6 days a week, you can make between $500 to $900 a week, which is not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not bad. I guess, again, it depends where you work. And so how much do we know? Those of you who did DoorDash, how do you earn your money? I know it tells you ahead of time, but is there like a percentage on the order, or how does one get paid? That we did not find out. So we have a quick question here from Bill. And Bill asks, have you two used any of the apps? I've seen you pick up food for the most part. You know what? We used to use Postmates all the time. We had like the unlimited delivery service. And when we were driving to work back and forth, it was convenient for us to do that. We didn't want to drive around anymore. Mm-hmm. These days, we aren't eating out as much as we used to. So
we've been cooking a lot like you.
Exactly. And when we do order, sometimes it's so far away that we have to go pick up the food. Yeah. But that's a good question. Instacart, we use 3 to 4 times a week. Mm-hmm. So we do use a lot of Instacart.
Just because we don't want to go out and we want to limit, interacting with other people, and we both have jobs, so Instacart has been great.
It's been convenient, and then we also want to help out those who are on these jobs, so we try to tip pretty well, and we're not shy about ordering, and we haven't budgeted that yet, Nikki. We probably need to start, but we use it very freely. We order Costco, we order Sprouts. It's like an organic kind of food place. I think that's mainly it, right? Albertsons. Yeah.
We have a lot of comments. Let's see.
Those are really good questions. Yes. So we do have some like tips and suggestions from some of you in the comments that we do want to go over. If our phone, oh, here we go. Okay, so
That's weird.
all right, so let's see here. Okay, here's some tips. So Lizette says if you're doing Instacart, don't be afraid of double and triple orders, although it's not as good as it was a few months ago. Sandra from Variety Thrift says, put so many miles on my car that year. So earlier she mentioned that Lyft and Uber had her driving all over LA. So that's one reason she doesn't like it. Lizette said, and for all the apps, always have a backup charger or two. These apps drain your battery. I've heard of that tip before. And so Sandra says, I'll never do it again.
Because of Lyft and Uber?
Yes. And then Nikki said, they tell you how much you're going to make before you accept the order, plus you get tips. So the tips are nice because you get to keep 100% of the tips, right? So that's awesome.
And Lizette and Nikki just said the same thing.
Excellent. Thank you guys for letting us know about that.
Cool.
All right. So our next one that we want to talk about, and those of you who are currently doing it, is Instacart. So Instacart was founded in 2012. It's now available to 70% of all households in the US, which I'm not surprised because I think when the pandemic hit, this definitely shot up in use. And so what is Instacart? It's a grocery delivery service, but I've also seen pharmacies in there as well.
Yeah, and Target and Costco
And
Walmart
now, yeah. And if you sign up for a monthly subscription, you can get free deliveries on orders over $35. So some other things about Instacart is that you have to be 18 years or older. You have to have, be able to work in the US, same as DoorDash. You have to have access to a vehicle. There's no inspection required on your vehicle. You must own a smartphone and have the Shopper app downloaded. You must be able to lift between 30 and 40 pounds, which is kind of a lot. I don't think I could do that.
30 to 40? Wow.
I don't think I could do that. I have like a couple hernias. And you have to pass a background check. So that's all legit stuff. Let's see if anyone has any comments on Instacart. Let's see. Yes, we do. We have a tip from Lizette. Posh is my purpose. She says, remember to keep track of gas and mileage. So how do you do that, Lizette? What's the best way to do that? And Daniela says, Ivy and Blush Bottega says, I am listening. Just packing up sales for tomorrow. Excellent. Yes, congrats to all sales anyone has gotten for the weekend. And Bill said people have big dogs. People have big dogs. What are you doing? Yes, people have, and we have small dogs. Posh is my purpose. Lizette said CVS, Target, Walmart, PetSmart. Oh, PetSmart, Table and Wine, which we're not familiar with.
That's a good one, PetSmart.
That's a really good one.
So how do you get paid on Instacart? So there is a flat rate that could be around $5.99 per order. And this is interesting. So they give you 30 cents per item, but keep in mind it's per unique item. And then for the tip, you get 100% tip. So that is something very nice. You do keep all the tips. That's what tips supposed to do. Now here's an example that we want to show you is, let's say you bought 3 unique items, you get 90 cents. Right, but then if you get 10 cases of water, you still get 30 cents.
So you're saying if you buy 3 different things like OJ, paper towels, and a candy bar, then you're going to get total of 90 cents.
Correct.
But if you buy 10 cases of the same brand of water, it's only 30 cents.
Yes.
That's interesting.
That's weird.
I wish it was higher. I feel like 30 cents is so little.
Yeah.
Okay.
So another study from Indeed, it shows that an Instacart shopper earns about $17.21 an hour. That's not bad.
That's definitely not bad for the national average, and I wonder if it's more, depending on where you live,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I wonder.
Hang on, we have a couple of comments.
Okay.
So Lizette says there are many apps for mileage. Oh yes, Mile IQ. That's the only one I know. The big dogs mean the big bags of food are heavy.
I'm sorry. Thank you for explaining that. Like, I needed the explanation because I didn't get it. Some people need some help. That would be me. Yeah. So anyway, $5.99 per order. Is that across the board in the U.S.? Those of you who are doing Instacart, is $5.99 like standard across anywhere you live in the U.S.?
I'm not sure. You guys might know. Share with us. Lizette said, I just lifted a 50-pound bag of flour yesterday. Ooh, I don't know if I could be an Instacart shopper.
There's no way I could do that. Like, and so what if you can't do that? Do you reject the order? That's my question.
You ask for help?
Okay, well, yeah, but you have to deliver it when you bring it to their home, right? So
you give them 30 cents?
Yeah, I don't know.
You? I don't know.
How's it going, Level Up Thrift? Happy Friday to you. What is your name and where are you from?
Alrighty, let's move on to Uber. Alright, so Uber was founded in 2009, and it's basically they offer vehicles for to drive people around. They also do food delivery, and they have all kinds of services from like a boat to a scooter to everything.
They have like helicopters. Mm-hmm. I've seen helicopters.
Yes, but we're talking about drivers here. You got to be 21 years old. You have to have at least 1 year of driving experience. You got to have a U.S. driver's license, a 4-door vehicle. It can't be 2 doors. You have to have a proof of insurance and background check. So pretty standard. So Uber offers supposedly a lucrative sign-up bonuses of up to $500 if you complete 75 rides in 30 days. So within 30 days, if you give 75 rides, you get up to $500. You get up to $500 bonus.
Yeah. So
which is nice.
Lizette answered my question about like, what if I'm doing Instacart and I can't lift something heavy? What do I do? And she said you can cancel the order, but it counts against your cancellation rate. Okay, yeah.
It's like eBay.
It sounds like eBay, yeah. Yeah.
They track your rate. Interesting.
Manny says the problem with a lot of those is that if you take in account the gas and the wear and tear on your car, you end up making like $10 an hour. Not very good. Only advantage is the schedule flexibility. Again, it depends where your location is. Manny, where are you located? So we're east of Los Angeles. Of course, $10 an hour, goes a long way depending where you live in the United States. And Bill said, had the best Uber drivers in Phoenix for Posh Fest. Oh, that's cool. Sounds like maybe you guys, met each other and remember each other. Okay, so Manny's based out of Chicago. Interesting. Awesome.
So according to a rideshare guy, the average hourly rate would be $15.68. So it's not a lot. And I know that Uber started out without the tips option. So, people keep thinking tips are included.
Yeah, but I mean, these there's benefits to doing these. Like maybe you're not going to get rich off of these. That's not the purpose. The purpose is, let's say you are unemployed. Let's say you need some cash. You need a job and it's hard to get jobs sometimes. So you can just go out there, be your own boss. You can strategize just like with any other job. You can work more hours, you can work peak hours, you can go to certain locations. So there's different ways to strategize, and depending on where you live, some are better than others, right? So we're only talking about 5, but there are many, much more than that, right?
You can dog sit, you can,
yes.
I don't know, you can do tackle, which is, you can help people do home improvement stuff. There's so much you can do.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so you wanted to discuss the next one here. So Lyft is kind of cool. We like it more than Uber, to be honest, because it's everything the same as Uber, except they only take 20% of your pay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, where Uber's taking 25% of your pay, right? Is there anything else that sticks out that's different to you, Michelle?
So the hourly rate of Lyft is at $17.50, which is comparable. However, based on the research, people tip more on, riding a Lyft ride. So if I have to choose, I would choose between Lyft and Uber, I would choose Lyft.
I would too.
And
Yeah.
but Manny brought up a good point. You know, you got to keep in mind the cost of the gas, car wash, detailing, insurance, the tolls, car payments, maintenance, and taxes.
Yeah, definitely.
So
That's a really good point.
But you know what? It's kind of amazing where you can really just self-employ just do something and make money with all these apps out there. So that's really nice.
Yeah. I think Manny came in a little bit later on in our live. He is saying this, and we agree with him. He says if you compare it with reselling, it's like 5 times better once you learn the ropes. Exactly. Yeah. So when we first started talking about this live, we mentioned that reselling is fantastic, but it might take you, there's a learning curve, right? Mm-hmm. So it might take you time to start really kind of seeing consistent money. Once you get the knowledge, once you strategize and figure out, okay, this is how I'm going to be making, X every week. But with things like Lyft and Uber and Instacart, if you need money now, you can just sign up now and get started really quickly.
Plus, think about it. Yeah. You gotta put in money to buy your inventory, and if you don't know if your inventory will sell or if you pay too much for something, there is a risk there. Whereas if you do Uber, Instacart, it's more instant.
Yeah.
You can get the money.
I mean, it's really quicker. So Lizette was saying that she double checked the names of the mileage trackers, and she said Stride, but there are many, and GetUpside is great for gas rewards.
Cool.
Good to know.
Great
Thanks
tips.
for sharing.
Thank you.
Also, the QuickBooks app,
mm-hmm.
which tracks your accounting,
mm-hmm.
it also includes a mileage tracker on it.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually use that one, and we do have a quick question here. So Bill is saying, do you know if they require masks like Uber does for the riders? For which one? For Lyft? Oh,
yeah, Uber.
For Lyft. That's a good question. Does anyone do Lyft?
I think so, because I've seen Uber drivers driving around and they actually have their windows open, which I think is probably what they're asked to do nowadays, which is a lot safer. As a passenger, I would feel better about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and recently we forgot to mention, probably only a couple months ago, Instacart is requiring shoppers to wear gloves and masks, which we really appreciate because, you can leave a note on Instacart, asking your shopper for, any accommodations. And we always ask them, please wear a mask when you're delivering our items.
Mm-hmm.
So Manny said, sorry I was late. Got it. So you can do these while you get into reselling. Excellent. Yeah, Manny, you got it. But everything you said, you're right on the ball with. And Bill says, # the pink mustache. I love the pink mustache. It's so cool. Especially the light that they put in their car. That's my favorite. Now, one point that Lizette is making is that these expenses that you do have, like wear and tear on your car, are deductible. Mm-hmm. They're potential deductibles, right? Mm-hmm. Like a business. And so, connect with a CPA, learn how to maximize your earnings, of course. And let's see here. Lizette said, while I'm out delivering, I always find free stuff on the side of the road. There you go. That's fantastic.
That's a bonus.
There's nothing quite like getting free stuff that we can resell and turn into cash. That is awesome.
And you might run into like garage sales, and so you're sourcing and you're delivering food. You're making double money right
You
there.
might see an estate sale while you're out there. Hey, see, that's the cool part about just hustling every single day is you learn to maximize, right, all the strategies. So we reviewed DoorDash, Lyft, Uber, and Instacart and Postmates, but please, do research more. There's much more out there. It really varies depending on where you live. And we wanted to share, how's it going, Eco Exchange? We wanted to share this funny meme with you guys before we finish our live today. SpongeBob, one of our very favorites, is behind the wheel here under the sea. And he says, when you become an Uber driver and you drop off a dude at your girlfriend's house. That would not be fun. Yes. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. Let's see. We do have a couple more comments. Lizette said, I have Clorox sanitizer, gloves, extra masks, all that in my car always. Oh, good tips. We've also seen like some have like the charger, the charging cables and water in there. Manny says, you guys put a lot of time into researching all the info you talk about. That's appreciated. Thank you so much, Manny. We appreciate that. And we also appreciate you guys being here and, you know, having a good time with us. This is our Friday night. This is our hangout time. When we finish this, we're going back to work. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight and for like inputting more information and adding value to, you know, what we were able to bring along today. So Manny said, and if the guy doesn't tip, that's the worst.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So have a beautiful Friday night, everyone. We will see you guys on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Talk to you guys soon. See ya.
Good night.
Good night.